So what we're going to do, we're going to create our first RDS database, and to do this we need to find the service. So you go into this search box here and type in RDS, then click on RDS, and if you've never created an RDS database before, this screen will appear. If you create on the create database option over here on the right hand side and just click it once, and this screen will appear. You have 6 options of different database engines that you can pick, and we're going to pick the SQL Server database engine. And when you click on this, there's like 4 different editions that you can pick from Express to Enterprise. We're gonna stick with the Express edition because it's free, and just to make sure that all the defaults that you pick are going to be free, click on this option at the bottom of the screen as well. Then when you've done that, click next, and on this screen you get to pick more options if desired. You can change the database engine if you really wanted to like a previous version, but for our example we're going to keep with the current version of SQL Server 2017. Because it's the free edition, we can only pick the micro, which is like a really basic specification with like 1 CPU with 1 gig of RAM. And because as well as it's the free edition as well, the highest storage size we can have is 20 gig, so we'll keep that as default as 20. What we need to do now is give our database instance a name, so we're going to call ours Cloud WI Instance. If you were to pick a name that's already been created, it will come up with an error saying, sorry, your name has to be unique for your AWS account in your current region, and your current region is found by going to the top right hand side screen and just click on this this North Virginia or whatever drop down between your name and support. So currently we're in North Virginia, but if you wanted to change your region, so your RDS instance is created in London or some other part of Asia or Canada, you can just select which region you want your RDS instance to be created. For this example, I'm just keep mine in North Virginia, that's US East. So if we go back to here, so I'm going to call our instance Cloud WI Instance, and the master name is going to be called Cloud WI, and the password is going to be the same. And Cloud WI. Then when you've typed in all the information, click on next, and on this screen you get to select some more information. For this example, we're going to keep our virtual network as defaulted, because RDS can only go to your default virtual network. We need to click on this to make this yes. This is because if you want to connect to a SQL Server through the SQL Server Management Studio, it has to be public accessible. So you need to click yes on this. If you really wanted to, you can change your availabilities on. We keep this as keep security as default. Everything else is as default. That's your port size, and this screen just talks about backups, how long you want backups to be kept for. Yeah, so just scroll all the way to the bottom of the screen and press create, and once you've done that, your database instance is going to be created, and you can see if your database instance is finished by clicking on this View DB Instance Details. And as you can see on the screen, it's still saying creating. So what we can do next is click on your dashboard on this left hand side, and this just shows you information on how many other databases you've got. And if you just want to click on your DB instances, this is like a summary screen of your database instance, the edition, where it's been created, US East, which is like North Virginia, the size and the status. And by clicking on this refresh button, you can manually refresh the status to see if it's been created. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause the video and come back once it's been created. As you can see, the database has now been created. So what we'll do now, we'll use SQL Server Management Studio to connect to our new instance. To do this, you click on the cloud, click on your database instance, and the way that we connect to SQL Server through the Management Studio is through endpoints. We don't use the IP address, so we'll just highlight the endpoint here and copy it into Management Studio. Then just type in your username and password that you set up before. Cloud VI, and press connect. And there we go, we've connected through Management Studio to your brand new RDS database instance. Very simple, it didn't take that long.